You know, it was one of those sunny fall mornings in Maplewood Hills, the kind where the leaves crunch under your tires and the air smells like fresh cut grass mixed with that suburban promise of peace and quiet. When my wife Sarah and I rolled up to our new lakeside cottage with a rental truck full of boxes, thinking we'd finally escape the city grind for some real downtime. But boy, were we in for a surprise. Right off the bat, as Sarah starts hauling these sturdy old army crates out, like the ones built to survive a war zone, heavy as sin, but she handles them with this effortless grace from her service days. The whole neighborhood seems to wake up, curtains fluttering like we'd just announced a block party nobody wanted. And there she comes, striding across the lawn like she owns the block. This pint-sized powerhouse named Elaine Vargas, HOA Queen Bee, clutching her rulebook thicker than a Bible, face set in that I'm about to make your day hell scowl, driven by this deep-seated need to control everything because, as we'd learn later, her world was crumbling. Husband left her high and dry, bills piling up, that 1,500 monthly stipend from the HOA being her lifeline against losing it all. She plants herself in our driveway, voice sharp as a tack. "Excuse me, folks. I'm Elaine, president here, and those crates? They look suspicious. No way you're storing them without a visual check under Bylaw 3-2. Could be anything from junk to hazards cramping our community's curb appeal." Sarah glances up mid-lift, gives her this cool, appraising look, like sizing up a yappy dog, and just keeps stacking, not a word, which hits Elaine like a gut punch because ignoring her? That's like questioning her whole existence, her power built on making folks jump, especially now with foreclosure whispers circling, every challenge feeling like another nail in her coffin. I sip my thermos coffee from the porch, watching Elaine's face cycle through shock to fury, cheeks flushing red as she repeats, louder, "Ma'am, I'm talking to you. These need inspection now." But Sarah's unfazed, precise as ever, years of deployments teaching her to tune out noise that doesn't matter, and the neighbors start peeking out. Old Mr. Harlan from next door, fidgeting with his phone like he's been roped into filming, sweat beading even in the chill because Elaine's got dirt on him. Some old parking beef turned leverage. The crowd swells a bit, kids on scooters pausing, a couple dog walkers lingering, and Elaine, sensing her authority slipping, pulls out her phone with trembling hands, dialing 911 like it's her trump card, announcing loud enough for the street, "Yes, officer. Suspicious military-style boxes, resident refusing compliance, could be weapons, threats to our safe haven." Her voice cracking with that mix of panic and triumph, motivated not just by rules, but this fear that if she loses grip here, it's all over, her home, her status, gone. I feel this knot in my gut, thinking, really? Over moving boxes? But Sarah catches my eye, a tiny smirk saying, "Let it play out." And soon the patrol car rolls up, lights off, and out steps Deputy Harlan. No relation to the neighbor, but a local guy, ex-Marine, lives down the block, looking world-weary like he's dealt with Elaine's drama before, sighing, "Morning, Elaine. What's the emergency this time?" She launches in, gesturing wildly at the crates. "Officer, these could hold anything. Gear, surveillance, even arms. She's ignoring protocol, endangering us all." Harlan nods politely, but his eyes flick to Sarah, noting her posture, that quiet command, and asks gently, "Ma'am, mind if I chat to sort this?" Sarah wipes her hands, hands over her ID without a fuss, and as he runs it, Elaine paces, muttering about fakes, but the radio crackles back. Confirmed vet, high clearance, honors galore. Harlan's demeanor shifts, respect lighting up, and with Sarah's okay, he pops a lid, sunlight glinting off metals, silver star with oak leaves for valor under fire, heart with purple ribbon telling of wounds taken in dusty hellholes, challenge coins from elite ops that make his eyes widen, whispering, "Ma'am, thank you. Real deal here. Earned the hard way." Elaine stammers, "Could be props, stolen valor. Vets can be unstable." But the neighbors murmur, "That's low, Elaine." And applause ripples, folks stepping up to shake Sarah's hand, while Elaine's isolation hits her like a wave, her desperation peaking because this isn't just embarrassment. It's the unraveling of her control, her last stand against personal ruin. She bolts, yelling over her shoulder, "Emergency board meeting tonight. This breach won't stand." And that night, the clubhouse packs out, folks buzzing, Elaine at the podium trying to paint us as risks. Those crates scream danger. "We need inspections, fines." But Sarah stands calm, shares her service story softly, the sacrifices behind those honors, and neighbors chime in. Elaine's gone too far, revealing her bullying, fines for petty stuff, threats over minor slips, all stemming from her need to extort cash to stave off bankruptcy, her grip tightening as her life slips. Votes pour in to boot her, and Elaine snaps, "You'll regret this. I know your secrets, every dirty little thing." Staring daggers at Mr. Harlan. Turns out she's holding footage of him bending custody rules. A quick kid pickup turned blackmail to keep him compliant, his fear rooted in losing his girls in a nasty divorce. But that's when the tide really turns. Sarah and I spot footprints by our shed days later, install cams, catch Elaine sneaking at midnight, planting fake drugs and fireworks, muttering, "They'll see who's the real threat now." Her motive crystal. Frame us to reclaim her hero status, save her house by proving she's the protector. Mr. Harlan knocks one night, pale, spilling it all. She's got me on tape, uses it to silence dissent, has files on everyone. Unlicensed pools, late fees twisted into extortion. His voice breaking because it's not just fear, it's shame at staying quiet while she terrorized folks. But Sarah's words hit home. Bullies thrive on silence. Time to speak up. He records her next rant, her plans to expose the vets as dealers, desperation raw as eviction looms, 40K due, pushing her to felony territory. We rally neighbors quietly. Harlan calls his ex first, owns the slip. Better for me than her poison. And she sides with him, furious at the manipulation. Elaine shows at dawn, bag in hand, hissing, "I'll plant this, call the feds, you're done." But our cams roll. Harlan tips Harlan the deputy, ironic name twist, who arrives mid-plant, flashlight beaming. "Hands up, Elaine." Her face crumbling as cuffs click, stammering, "Just investigating threats." But the evidence? Ironclad? Videos, audios, her own words dooming her. Court hits hard. Trespass, tampering, extortion rack up years behind bars, restitution to victims, house sold at auction, her empire of fear shattered because she underestimated unity, her isolation self-made from years of divide and conquer. Watching from the gallery as she's led away, no triumph, just relief, the neighborhood breathing easier, kids laughing without citations, folks chatting over fences, Harlan stepping up as temp pres, rewriting rules for fairness, no more shadows. Sarah and I finally unpack in peace, but it lingers, how one person's unraveling can drag everyone down or spark real change. Makes you think, was it justice or just karma catching up? In your world, ever seen power twist someone that bad? Drop a comment. What's the wildest HOA nightmare you've faced, or how far would you go to protect your peace? Share, like if this resonated, subscribe for more raw tales. Let's keep the convo going.